And
Hello! There we go. And welcome to DobbsQuest, Season 2, Episode 7. For those just joining us for the first time, DobbsQuest is a tabletop role-playing game. We're using the Ironsworn system. It's kind of Dungeons & Dragons, but a little bit lighter on the rules. Yeah. We have 3 players, and they will make decisions, and then we'll roll dice and determine how bad things go from there. So, joining me, as always, we have... Does that not work? That should work. Oh, snap, the bot. That's embarrassing. I rushed up here. Hovercat's a little bit under the weather tonight. So I'm all out of sorts. Waiting for bot to connect. It's not a good sign. This is how we start every episode.
Hovercat is grounded.
There we go. We're in. You may now start a quest, Germdove. Anyway, joining me, as always, we have our 3 players. Playing the part of the Elven Bard Serene, we have Daysnick.
Hello.
As the Sneaky Thief Glane, it's GameCube.
Glane canonically has 2 Charizards and an Arceus now.
It's canon. And as Stalwart Warrior Torgan, Lurking Turtle.
that's just too many Zards.
I'm just never fully ready. So, welcome players. Thank you for joining for another night. Let's hope that everything goes very well and nobody dies. As in every episode, things go just as planned. Nothing bad happens. So, we have journeyed into the Ashenlands. Our current main quest is to seek out the remaining mana springs in the world and chart their runes in hopes of being able to construct a new one to regulate the flow of magic into the world and prevent absolute catastrophe to the Ironlands and perhaps the world at large. Now, you are familiar with the location of one somewhere deep within the Ashenlands, a barren, gray wasteland of fine sands and not a lot else. You have left the only known settlement, Ember, in search of Caillou, a man who was exiled from Ember for some reason. The exact details are unknown. But your traveling companion, Lucia, who is from Ember, has said that Caillou may know where to find what you're looking for. The mana spring. So, we are trying to find Caillou. So you guys set out from Ember into the wastelands toward where you think he went off in exile, and you found, as your supplies were starting to run a little bit low, there's an entire settlement out here of exiles living out within the wastelands in an old ruined city at the base of a large mountain. So, yes, that's the one. All right. So you have already done your sojourn move. I do have that in my notes. So you've already kind of gotten back a lot of health, spirits, supply, and momentum. He has. It was a lot, as with a lot of the things in DobbsQuest, it was a randomly generated name. We rolled on it, and that's what we got. We got Caillou. But it's not spelled that way. It's with a K, and there's no L. So we have made it to this ruined city, and you guys... Yes, and George is around for some reason. That one wasn't rolled for. That was suggested. All right, so you guys have made it to the ruined city. You are, your good roll last adventure indicates that you are welcomed into the city and cared for. You're given food, supplies as needed, and comfort by the people. So unlike Ember, which was, although it was supposed to be the only hospitable place in the Ashenlands, was pretty bad on hospitality. This place has sort of welcomed you in. So we know a little bit about it so far. But that's where we stand now. So, Serene, Torgan, Glane, what's your next move here?
Well, I believe we were waiting for the roleplay aspect of George introducing us to his exiled friends and how that was going to go.
Now, did we decide that George knows the people here? Like, we did mention that we'd send him as kind of a helping hand with the Sojourn maneuver.
Yeah, that was our advantage roll.
You're right, was that George should have some kind of...
Yeah, our fanboy is the one introducing us to the people exiled from his town. Presumably,
Right.
if they've been exiled in the last 15 years, he at least knows of them.
Right.
And I get the feeling that George is the kind of person that nobody gets away without knowing.
You know what? That's a very good point. He may not know what's going on in Ember because of his frequent travels outside of it. Hey, Hudson. But he definitely makes an impact whenever he is around. So although he may not know a lot of these faces, the faces know him. We have kind of indicated that George is a little bit younger. A young man, not a kid, but
I think we settled him like 19.
Yeah, he's youthful, but adult. So I think it's kind of that situation of kind of the family reunions where it's like, oh, last time I saw you, you were just this big, and where he's like, I don't know any of you. His garage door opens every time you try to leave home. So he may not have a lot of information about these people, but a lot of them may have known him. Now, as far as like average time it's been since these people have been exiled, we do know that some of the people get exiled in groups for some kind of like, okay, you are all guilty of this crime, all of you get out of here, never return. But for kind of the individual crimes, that could be like, all right. Oh, can you have the Discord stream? Yes, of course. I gotta push some buttons. Yeah, we don't know a whole lot about that exactly.
Well, I think Caillou has to have been exiled within the past 2 years?
Yes, Caillou was a fairly recent exile.
Because otherwise, because Lucia was surprised he was gone.
Yes. Lucia and Caillou, their exact relationship we haven't figured out. Actually, you know what? This would be a perfect time for some Oracle rolling. Get a little bit of history here. Ironland Oracles. Here we go. Let's give me some D100s here. Give me 2 of them. I don't need them added together, but I'm going to just do them as single rolls because that makes it easier. 1365. Gosh, there's so many things. time. Protect time. Okay. Okay. Protect. So either Caillou protected Lucia or the other way around. Let's go 50-50 on that. 51 and above, Caillou protected Lucia. I keep doing the wrong. 46. No, Lucia was protective of Caillou. Everybody loves the rolls. Okay, so Lucia had a sort of protective relationship over Caillou, and when she returned to Ember during this most recent travels, she found that he was gone, exiled for something. Thank you. And now she's finally kind of been reunited. Lovers turned germ-dovers. It could have been a romantic relationship of some sort.
Do we have an age comparison?
We don't. Let's see. Was this a... Let's see.
Because if he was like this wanderer that went out and explored places, you would think he was probably a little younger. Like maybe they're cousins or something?
Let's see. Could be. Let's see. Does that help anything? Investigate decay. Not so much. Investigate decay. Okay, that actually works. Investigate decay. Caillou has always had a bit of a desire to get out and explore. And during his explorations, he has kind of picked up on lots of details around in the wastelands. Now, as a result, Lucia has also been very interested in sort of the kind of the workings of like why are the Ashenlands the way they are, kind of the lore behind that, and she hasn't gotten much of anywhere with the people of Ember, like her ancestors, her elders. They have not really given her much information, but they can't really hide her from just taking in evidence from the world itself. And that's where Caillou comes in. Lucia sort of developed a friendship with Caillou as he began kind of talking about his various explorations and the things he found. And some of them very, very interesting little details that Lucia began to pick up on. And so Lucia began to ask Caillou to kind of be on the lookout for particular things and give her information about what he finds. Let's see a little bit of what is Caillou's character personality. 74. Friendly. And Caillou, a friendly fellow, was more than happy to help Lucia out and tell her about all the things that he's found. And on one of his later travels, he happened upon this very ruined city that you've now stand within. And he learned a lot of things from the exiles there. Information that he was excited to share with Lucia, but being perhaps a little too friendly with too many people and maybe the wrong people, information got out about what he had found and what he had learned, and he too was exiled, perhaps knowing what he ought not. Forbidden knowledge. And so that's where we are now. Is that Caillou? I think we've found Caillou and actually been able to talk with him some. Now that you're here in Ember. So what do you want to do with that?
Well, I guess we need to roll some gather information checks.
All right, who's gonna be doing this, and what are we gonna be asking? We need specifics.
I mean, not to just go right at it, but maybe ask him during his wandering of the deserts if he has information on which way we need to go towards our goal.
The mana spring itself. Do we want to get specific here, or are we trying to like play coy a little bit here?
I think we don't really have the means at this point to be coy about it. This person is the only person in this segment of the planet who knows the information we need.
Right.
We have a sense of urgency about us for needing to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And we are relatively close, right? I mean, and as far as the story goes.
Yeah.
Narratively, yes. Yeah. And I feel like this guy, since Lucia understands our quest and is invested, I think this guy will be as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think being straightforward and open is the play here.
Okay. So we're gonna just straight up ask, like, hey, we need to know where the mana spring is. What can you tell us? So this is gonna be a wits roll. Who's gonna be actually managing the question asking here?
That'll be me.
All right, Serena's gonna roll for this one. So you get a +3 on this roll, being the witty sort that you are. And oh
good.
Oh no. Your
Good job,
investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Oh boy. All right. Let me get out
Already bought. Already.
Right off the bat, the misses start rolling in. Okay.
So he's like, oh, you can't go there. Never go there. That's the last place you go. I almost died when I tried to go there.
No. It's, yeah. He knows exactly where it is. And it's actually quite close.
Ooh.
But it is forbidden. Exiles though they may be, any community of people will eventually form a society of some sort, some kind of list of rules that they must follow in order to keep the peace with one another. And here, in the old ruins here, we have the we have it. There's been a sort of pecking order established. Let's see. We'll call this. This is the city of Cinder. They have dubbed it. And here, someone has risen and proclaimed themselves the ruler of Cinder. But they do not dwell here. There are sort of the haves and the have-nots within the exiled people here in Cinder, and those that do not live here in the ruined city. Those that are in positions of power for some reason, whether coming from esteemed families or perhaps for just possessing skills that make them a different breed, so to speak. They live on the mountain itself, in the ruins of an old castle. And that, he says, is where the mana spring lies. And we do not go there. That is where the food and clean water comes from. And so we do not dare mess with that order.
Serene just kind of nods along and takes notes on what he's saying. And then after he kind of stops talking, she's going to ask, so is the mana spring still functional then?
Let's see. What does Caillou know of, like, the actual effects of the spring? We know that he has seen it. Does he know if there is still, like, magic coming from it, or... Well, let's just roll for this. We're gonna call it a 50-50. 51 or above, and he actually does know some information through some sources that we will figure out. 50 or below, and he's gleaned some, like, he's seen what's there, and he can describe it, but that's about all we can get. 90. Okay, he has been told some information about the mana spring. This is the first time he's heard the term mana spring, but upon your description of what you're looking for, this sort of circle of stones with runes inscribed within them, he does know what you're talking about, and he tells you about the castle and those that live there, and he says, no, they've told me that the magic no longer flows in, but deep within the castle, the area around the spring has a sort of has been touched by the magic deeply there, and although the stones themselves no longer possess any magic to them, the rooms of the castle around the mana spring still teem with life and vegetation and waterways flowing. They have told me this is old magic, but merely a ripple on the surface of a spring no longer flowing.
Serene nods and says, yes, that's correct. The spring was damaged, possibly destroyed, during the Dark Wars with the Shadow Walkers that ended the Elven Empire in this area. And she says it just kind of matter-of-factly while taking notes in her book. She's waiting for them to do the head tilt moment and wonder how she knows these things and kind of why she's and ask why she's asking these questions.
Do you want to use that to secure an advantage of some sort?
Yeah, let's try for it.
All right. What before we do, what are we reaching for here? Like, where are we going after this? Like, more information gathering, or perhaps making our way to the castle itself, or a compel roll, anything like that?
Well, boys, feel free to chime in, but I think Serene's angling for some shock value so that she can perhaps convince someone, it doesn't necessarily have to be Caillou, to, show us the way to the castle. Or at least give us very good descriptions of the path we need to take.
Right. So this might...
I understand it's forbidden to you, but I'm going anyway.
Yeah. This might be an aid another for someone else to do a compel roll. Like maybe Torgan comes in with a heart roll for trying to...
we're trying to save
convince.
the world, guys. Like, you gotta help us out.
Yeah. Okay. So Serene basically does this info dump about, Shadow Walkers, Elven War, all this stuff. So let's see what happens with that here. This is help. We hit. Okay. a short-lived advantage, but you do get momentum for that. No, you can pass that on to Torgan if you want.
Yeah, we can pass it to Torgan. I'm at 8. That's pretty good.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Serene goes through, just this information dump, and then kind of gives Torgan a little bit of an elbow, like, all right, go ahead. Let's see if we can get some help here. See if Torgan can kind of compel Caillou or someone to help get you guys to the castle. So let's see. You are trying to convince, which is going to be a heart roll. You do not share a bond. Anything you want to add to this, Torgan?
No.
All right, so we're gonna just, like, hey, we really need some help. This is a very important thing. Kind of a big deal. Look around you.
Give us some directions on how to get up there.
Yeah.
Like,
It
that's
seems like we were like in civilization, and then we came to Ember, which is higher up than this place. And then the further you get out, now there's this place.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond this place is this like castle of dead magic.
Basically.
If we were to go there and actually fix it, that could actually turn this into a new, the good side of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now you're not in the outcast neighborhood. You're where everybody wants to be.
Yeah. Glane chimes in with a little bit of, useful, persuasive arguments. And then Torgan just turns on the puppy dog eyes. The horse eyes.
Good job, horse eyes.
They refuse or make a demand which costs you greatly.
They're just scared. They're like, no, they could shut off. Like, they could literally cut them off. Like, I fully expected them to be hesitant. Like, this is their lifeline, that they would be...
Torgan, you can make this a weak hit if you want to use your momentum.
I just don't feel like this is a dire enough situation to burn momentum.
Right.
They just don't really want to help us. I mean, if that means we go on our own,
this is forbidden. We cannot, risk our well-being for strangers. And Lucia and George.
So at this point, Serene's going to go ahead and take her hood off. And she's going to turn to Lucia and George and be like, the two of you should stay here. We have to go. Like, we understand that I understand that, this is your lifeline and y'all are afraid. And that's, I respect that you need to do what's best for your community. I don't have a choice. I'm going.
Serene has made up her mind.
She just ears out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what?
I am going.
What? Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Let's see. What are Lucia and George gonna do here? Are they cool with going with you guys? I'm
giving them an out as the NPCs.
The thing is, I kind of feel like they'd be okay with going.
Probably. Especially George is like is the yo-ho adventure kind.
He is. He really is.
I feel like Lucia's really invested at this point because she kind of understands what's on the line.
She knows this is a big deal and that this could have some far-reaching consequences. This is important. Capital I. An important thing.
And she is the history buff.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go with you guys. They're after your spiel, your mic drop moment. Everyone's kind of sitting around, staring at feet, shuffling about, and finally, George is the first to speak up, and he's like, Well said. Yeah. Yes. We should be doing our right duty to see what we can find here. This and whatever those in the castle say. Who cares what they've got to say about this? We've got important business to tend to here. I do believe, right?
Just the fate of the world.
Do we get any kind of idea from Caillou, like if we're taking Lucia with us, like that his concern for her might get him to help us a little bit where he wouldn't before?
Let's see here.
Can an NPC make a compel roll?
No.
But I feel like narratively that's kind of what's happening.
It will be you compelling, maybe securing an advantage by leveraging the NPC.
Yeah.
Like, one of us can make a comment that we need to get her geared up because it's going to be dangerous where we're going in front of him. And then he's like,
Yeah.
Well, let me give you this, or let me
Right,
give you this
if you
advice,
guys want to try that.
If I were you,
I feel like that's a bluff. I feel like that's a shadow.
It is a bit of a... Yeah, it's a bit of a...
It's showing concern, but making sure you have an audience for it.
Yeah.
This. I feel like this would fall under swindle.
More or less.
More like guilt trip, but...
Yeah, it's an underhanded compel roll. We'll give him that. Alright, so Glane is trying to get some assistance on behalf of Lucia. So let's see what happens here. Yes. Yeah. And you get a momentum for that as well for success. Look at that. Okay, so they're kind of cool with this. They're like, yeah, this is kind of a dangerous thing to do. It's a little bit dumb, but yeah, you guys can. Yeah, we'll do what we can.
Yay, they don't want to get Lucia killed. That's nice.
Yeah. No, they care.
Maybe she can do some warding for them before we leave or something. Fair trade.
Yeah, and some divining. She can roll some dice.
Hopefully her dice are nicer than yours.
I would like to run a quick conversation by Caillou before we break off.
Okay.
So on the way over here, we fought a big sand whale. That was crazy. There wouldn't be anything else that lives around these parts that we should know about before we was there.
The Dinua are the only creature larger than a man that roams the sands of the desert. Now, what could be on the mountain itself, I cannot say. I dare not travel that way.
Fair enough.
All right, so you guys are geared up and prepared to set out?
Yeah, I guess so. Do we want to spend one night here and leave in the morning kind of thing? Do a make camp roll?
You can.
Preparation?
You can make camp. Rolling with a +4.
We could top off our supplies.
Typically, that's not for in town or in settlement. Usually, like, you make your sojourn roll, and that's kind of it. Like, you've already done all the healing and such, you can. Yeah, I feel like make camp doesn't really apply here.
Fair enough.
Alright. So, heading towards the castle. Caillou gives you at least a little bit of information about the safest path to travel up to a point on your way to Flame Reach. Perhaps the last stop on your journey. Is this the finale? No, surely not. We're not that close, right? 7 episodes season? I guess it could happen.
I mean, our goal was Easter, right?
That's true.
So, like, we're practically there.
We are. All right. All right. So you guys are going to. I think you are going to undertake a troublesome journey. 3 points per tick. The journey to Flame Reach. A rank 1 journey. Which means you are going to need to roll wits to travel. So this is a sort of black rock kind of terrain. The stones are smooth and a little bit slick in places. Overall, it does not look like the path is traveled often. But it is a winding trail leading up the mountainside across all sorts of old ruined statues and small sections that look like they once were part of a larger city system leading up the mountainside. So, who's going to be our trailblazer here?
The dice seem to like Glane tonight.
Glane, are you prepared?
Sure. I'll
All right.
hop in the cart at the saddle or whatever is leading this thing.
All right.
That'll.
Well, it doesn't.
Never mind.
It doesn't go well for the first leg of the journey.
God.
Let's see here. What happens here?
Mm-hmm.
Oracle says. Yeah, seriously, right? Ooh. All right. Take passage. All right. Right off the bat, the trail gets narrow and steep. And so you guys, all right. No horses coming with you. You 5 are on foot. Glane leading the way. Finds one area that the ground is particularly brittle. The stone just kind of breaks away like a cracker. It's just crumbs within, and there's a bit of a drop off. So Glane, you're gonna need to face danger. What do you do in this situation? Your foot gives way. Describe what you're gonna do here.
Hey, Torgan, you have that whole aid an ally thing.
Yeah, I was going to keep that in my back pocket in case this went bad.
Yeah, it just might be a good idea to try and grab him or something. To give him a bonus on this roll.
That's possible to do.
I mean, that's certainly fine. I mean,
I don't really want to yeet Glane off a cliff at the moment.
The anti-flint maneuver.
did somebody say finale? I mean,
Series finale.
For one of us.
Torgan, yeah, if you want to aid with aggressive action and strength, that could be an iron roll for you.
you know, I think that because this is such a narrow path, I think that rope has made an appearance.
Naturally.
It's possible that we're all holding on to the rope, and as a precaution, and maybe I'm next to Glane, and I see him go to slip, and I yank the rope.
Yeah. Well, let's see. As a loyalist, when you aid your ally, you get an extra +1, so that iron roll of 3 becomes a 4, and you get a momentum if this is a hit.
Thank God for that rope.
I know, it's coming in clutch. Oh, you didn't even need that. Look at that roll. All right, so that is a successful aid your ally roll. So for one thing, you get a free momentum, bringing you up to 8. Secondly,
You should do that more often.
yeah. Secondly, the strong hit is passed on to Glane since you were aiding him. Glane, you can either make your face danger with a +1, or you can take 2 momentum. Bring yourself up to 10.
You're already at a 9.
You are already at a 9.
Yeah, the 2, it doesn't really do me a whole lot of favors. I'll just take the +1 on the next thing.
Okay, how are you going to be facing danger?
So, in addition to him pulling on the rope,
Mm-hmm.
when I sense myself starting to slide, I'm going to kind of duck down in a crouch and kind of jam my daggers in the ground to try to slow my slide.
Okay. Let's see here. Trying to slow yourself. Trying to find just that one right spot to kind of latch in. That could kind of be, we can kind of call that precision here.
Agility, yeah.
Yeah.
He's making a reflex save.
It's either edge or iron, and either way, that's a 2. So he gets a 3 on the roll regardless. So we don't even have to figure it out. Perfect. That +1 came in clutch there. With a strong hit. You are successful and take 1 momentum. As the ground gives
There you
way,
go.
Glane instinctively reaches for his daggers, spins around, and slams them into the rock wall, just trying to find some kind of purchase within. He's able to kind of get a kind of a good steady stab into a crevice that he just spots almost on pure instinct to hold himself up as Torgan comes by with the rope and helps kind of lift Glane back over. As you kind of see the old black stones tumbling down the side of the mountain. With that, you guys are able to kind of cautiously continue on over the now broken section of the trail, and hopefully make a little bit more progress on the journey. Is Glane still going to be...
Yeah, that went pretty well. I think I recovered from it. Not too shaken. Okay to continue.
All right. Let's see here. Rolling for Glane with a wits roll for 2. What?
Whoa.
Good enough.
Some
Well,
low rolls.
that'll work. A 3 against a 1 and a 2. All right, we'll take it. That is a success on your journey progress. And you make it to the next section of you make it to the next waypoint on your journey. Let's see here. Let's figure out a location. We know it's a mountain. Get a description here. Let's see. This is
Here comes the mystic.
mystical place.
Wasn't it like a mystical magic spring or something?
It was something ridiculous like that, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot about all the, man. I forgot about all the oracles related to Delve. We haven't used that in a long time. Gotta bring that back out at some point. Let's see. This area is foul.
All right, it's full of chickens.
And protected.
It's a golden corral.
Wonderful. Let's see here. So let's get some information here from the Oracle on what exactly makes this place so bad. Is there like something natural in the landscape itself, or something from the people? We get suppress history. An old statue of a man, some kind of figure, once stood here along the trail, the winding road leading up the mountains. Maybe this is an area where it looks like it was kind of carved into the mountains. These large, imposing statues depicting important figures from the area. they have been, it looks like, intentionally toppled. And present kind of a large obstacle in the trail itself. But there must be some way to continue up. Caillou did mention that food and water are brought down from Flame Reach. So there's got to be some way to get through. But right now there's this sort of large pile of what was once a statue is kind of blocking the path here. So what are we going to do?
Gather information check. I'll do some scouting.
Okay. Let's see what Serene can find out here. Ooh.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, well, it could be an unwelcome truth.
Nothing good.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is an interesting one. Oracle says, uncover fame. The identity of the statue? Perhaps Serene is actually able to learn a bit here.
Okay.
Serene. You find, while looking around the statue to try and find a way around, you come across an interesting few details. Yes, the statue was intentionally toppled. On top of that, the details in the statue are unmistakable. This was a larger-than-life carving of some sort of elven figure. Though the exact identity is unknown, it looks like at some point this area around Flame Reach was very intentionally defaced for this elven figure of some sort was kind of toppled.
That's troubling. I'm looking at the statue, and I'm looking specifically at the intentional breaks where they would have toppled it. How weathered are those breaks specifically?
Trying to get some age on this?
Like, recently? Decade ago? Couple decades ago?
It doesn't look recent. We are probably talking in the magnitude of decades.
Okay, that's slightly less troubling.
Yeah.
It's still foreboding. But...
Yeah. Nothing immediately threatening.
So I'm gonna take a moment to kind of look a little closer. Is there any identifiable insignia on the clothing the figure was wearing? Was there like a crest on a shield or something along those lines?
Let's see here. Basically something that you would recognize and have some kind of information
Something I've seen
about.
in a book or in a painting before, perhaps?
Right. Let's call that a gather information check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last one went
Gonna
well.
Oh boy! All right, now things are gonna have to get dangerous. Let's see here. First off, no, you don't get any good information.
Fair enough.
Something happens. Let's see here. The thing is, this is a kind of not a very great place for creatures. Critters of some sort might, however, be an issue.
I mean, we might have another snake encounter. That would make sense at this point, if it's a big pile of broken rocks.
No, I think you encounter. Now you've seen something similar to this before. Serene, as you're kind of trying to look underneath the statue and try and find some information there, you do not notice the several pairs of eyes kind of peering at you that lunge out after you as this massive, like, size of a cat desert spider lunges out. Let's see. Before we even do anything, you are going to need to roll to face danger with speed and agility.
Mm-hmm.
Are you masked?
Nope.
Nope. All right, then it is just going to be a 2 for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you are successful in facing danger. You spot this thing leaping out of the darkness, and you yourself leap back out of the way as this thing, with very unsettling speed for its size, has kind of like lunged out to try and seize some prey, and now begins kind of skittering a little bit left and right, trying to size you up.
So I'm just gonna be like, guys, spider.
Yeah, this isn't like giant, larger than life thing, but it is about the size of like a wild feral cat, but with a lot of legs.
Yeah. So she's just gonna kind of make a call for like, hey guys, there's the thing. Come smash it.
Please
assist with the
deal
smashing.
with.
Assist with the smashing, please.
All right, engaging in combat.
I'm going to make a tactical retreat because I'm a ranged fighter, and fighting this thing with a bow is a bad plan.
True. Yeah. You know what? I will say that. Let's see. One of the NPCs is going to be kind of nearby and might need a little bit of help. So somebody's going to need to rush in. I think I think Lucia is over here with Serene trying to investigate. That seems like her MO. And Serene is kind of quick on the draw and is quickly backing up and like reaching for her bow while calling out the danger. Torgan, Glane, which of you might leap into action to help here?
I will.
All right. So you are going to be facing off against this foe. This is rank 2.
I don't have the right weapon type to fight something like this. Torgan can come smush it with his shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash a spider.
All right, you draw your blade. Oh,
shoe, right?
Actually, you get something for that.
Technically, he's aiding an ally.
No. He gets. Let's see. Do I have it somewhere?
What was it? It's blade bound for
yeah,
prey.
Blade bound. Which, you know what? I've got it somewhere in this list, but let's just go with the fact that we know that you have it. Oh, here it is. Blade bound. When you enter the fray while wielding your kin blade, add +1 to your roll and take momentum on a hit.
I will.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna slice off some legs.
Yeah. Now you're gonna be entering the fray with Heart. You are facing off against your foe, and Heart is your specialty. You're gonna get a +1 on this roll for using your kin blade to enter the fray. That is a weak hit, but it's a hit, which means by blade bound you get 1 momentum for entering the fray and hitting with that. So now you get to choose 1 bonus. You can take 2 momentum, or I guess 1 momentum because you're maxing, or you can take the initiative.
I'll keep the initiative.
Excellent idea. All right, so you have the initiative, so that means that you are advancing on this creature. What would you like to do here?
Well, you know what? One good slash deserves another. So let's, we're just gonna wildly slash at this thing.
All right, so you...
Right at the legs.
As Serene is backing up to, kind of fumbling to grab her bow, still a little bit running on adrenaline from the surprise, you kind of march forward, shield in one hand, drawing your sword with the other, and just kind of lunging forth with your blade. You are going to roll with iron, which you've got a +3 on that, and it is a strong hit. That means you're dealing 3 damage, 3 harm for a total of 6 ticks of damage there, and you retain the initiative. So you lunge forth with your blade and slash across it. You manage to basically slice off one of this thing's legs, and immediately, like this kind of lump of spider exoskeleton just starts like shriveling up as it's sliced off and loses all pressure. The creature sort of skitters and makes these very jerky, unsettling motions as it kind of like tries to scare you off with its legs up. It's at least 2 of its remaining legs up.
Well, I'm going to take my shield and I'm gonna put my different silhouette into it and try to just slam down on top of it.
Different silhouette. Wonderful.
Your horse-like,
Physique.
Muscular physique.
Yes.
Yeah. Muscular.
Your
yes.
generousness. Oh, ooh.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, it didn't like that.
Oh, and you're at 9 momentum, too.
There's nothing I could do.
No. Yanks came. Oh, no, GQ. Oh, all right. Something definitely changes here. So your attack fails. Your foe has initiative. I think GQ, you're basically going into like, I don't want to get like, I don't want to like lunge in and expose myself. I'm just gonna body slam the thing with the shield. You go for it, and this thing is much faster than you expected. It quickly darts out of the way. Apparently spiders are just good at not getting squished. And it is now coming straight for you. And you are completely out in the open here. You are on top of your shield. You can't use it to defend yourself easily right here.
Spooter made its reflex save.
Yeah, so
Try to jump in.
you're gonna try and enter in to defend him?
Yeah.
All right, I think before that, I need Torgan. I need you to face danger here with. I think this has to be purely on agility here, which is not your strong suit.
Okay.
To just roll out of the way as this thing is kind of lunging at you. Oh no! All right, you fail.
Horse.
All right, that does have to be endure harm then. Ouch. Okay.
I mean, you're at 5 health. You'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Spire.
So this thing is a dangerous foe, which means that it deals 2. You have to suffer 2 health from your health track. And now you have to roll a +3 to see if you can shake some of that off. Weak hit, no change. So that's all that happens there. Glane, you're kind of getting a bit of this action now. You're kind of stepping in, it sounds like.
Yeah, once I see that it skittered out from under him, like to look at the fallen statue side of the battlefield and see that there's maybe a broken off crumble of a boulder, maybe a little bit bigger than a bowling ball or so.
Right.
I just want to grab it, and kind of run up and try to bring that rock down on top of it.
Okay, so first off, you're going to need to enter the fray with iron. No, heart. Iron. Heart, is it? Yeah, moving off, facing off against your foe. So you're going to get a +1 on this roll to see if you can have the initiative on this, or if you too are going to have to be kind of dealing with this thing's attacks as you approach. Yep, that's a miss. Combat begins with you at a disadvantage, and your foe has the initiative. So disadvantage here. This thing definitely sees you coming. For one thing, it's got 8 eyes. It's able to kind of keep its wits about it and know what's happening here. What kind of disadvantage do we have here? I think this might just be.
I want to say something, but I don't want you to do it. So you do whatever you're gonna do.
I mean, I don't want to bring out eggs for whatever that's worth.
I really miss that D&D rule right now, where if you do more than half its hit points in one attack, it has to make a fortitude save in order to not just die.
Yeah.
Because we definitely did more than half its hit points in that.
It doesn't have hit points.
It has a damage track.
It has a damage track, but full doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's a very abstract concept of full damage. You can just keep swinging at it when it's at full damage and still not kill it.
That damage track goes both ways, and I'd be dead.
Let's see here. Overwhelm land.
I think it just has the environmental advantage. Like, it knows where to hide and where to go.
Yeah, let's see here. Challenging land. Okay. Yeah, right now the terrain is rough to get across with all the rubble. You're hoping to kind of find a piece that you can use as a weapon. However, it's mostly smaller pieces around you. There are some very nice large chunks, but they're kind of close to it. You can make that attempt if you want to, but it will probably try and lunge at you.
Because of the danger that he appears to be in, I'm just scrambling to do something. I don't want to shoot a little crossbow bolt at it. I want to take something big to it.
Okay. Perfect. Let's see here. Then we're gonna do this with iron. You're going for the rock here. Weak hit. Unless you want to use momentum to turn that into a strong hit. Keeping in mind that the battle doesn't end until somebody gets a strong hit.
A strong hit that
So
brings
this-
9 out of 10.
This would break. So that would make it a strong hit. My momentum.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. We're resetting momentum to 2. We're changing this one to a strong hit. And
I've
because
got a
it's a
thing,
strong
by the
hit-
way, about burning momentum during a fight.
Ah, so you do.
My veteran.
Yes. Veteran 1. Let's pull that one up here. When you burn momentum to improve your result, envision how your hard-won fighting experience gives you the upper hand. Take +1 momentum after the reset, and add +1 when you make your next move. That doesn't apply in this case because your next move is going to be in the fight, which you can't get bonuses on.
Okay. Yes, I'm envisioning the spider that I tried to rob in the forest and got venom on me.
That did happen. That was a thing.
And making sure that this isn't a repeat of that.
So you get to have a +1 for having a strong hit on a clash, and a +1 from your veteran ability, bringing you back up to 2. So a decent rebate. And the important thing that everybody wants is the spider is now maxed out on his damage tracker, allowing you to end the fight. So here we go. Progress move. No bonuses. It's just 2 dice against a 10. Hoping for the best here. Ooh, a little bit close.
Yeah.
A little bit close.
Oh,
All right, Glane, you run up, remembering back to your time back in the forests, way back when. You grab one of these boulders, quickly dodging out of this creature's lunging fangs, and you scoop this thing up, take a step back, and then just kind of slam dunk right onto its abdomen, its thorax. And it just splats like a water balloon. It's wet.
Yeah.
Moist. Go ahead and hit us up with some emote there. There it is. Okay.
You got spider guts on you.
Mm-hmm. The creature is dealt with.
berries and cream.
So let's see here. On a strong hit, foe is out. So they're killed. And as a nice bonus, with that critter gone, you can now get a good look and see there actually is daylight on the other side of that little path under the stone statue. A nice, easy way to get through.
Oh, hey, look. It was hiding in the tunnel we need to use.
Oh, how nice. Loot the spider. Don't.
Learn my lesson.
Well, that's a relief. All right, moving on.
No other way to go.
No other way but up.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, really?
Who's going to be leading the charge for this next leg?
I still have my momentum, so I'll try it.
All right, so that means you're
I'm
going to
going
get
a bit
plus
slow
3.
as I clean the guts off of me.
Yeah.
So I'm trailing behind.
George is still a little bit giddy about seeing something like that. Like, oh, just see the size of it. While Lucia is just kind of in quiet resignation about the events that just unfolded. All right, so Serene is going to make this leg of the journey. And it's a weak hit, which means progress. But progress with -1 supply suffered here. So you guys are eating into your resources a bit. The journey is a lot rougher than you expected. The distance that you're traveling is not far, but the elevation is making it quite a trek. You're eating into your food and water. You've had to take frequent rests. And a little bit of the rope was ruined after that little bit of an issue with some crumbling rocks from earlier. You still got plenty of supplies, but, could be a little bit better. But success is success.
Do we
Let
want
us
to try?
continue on.
Do we want to try to give me a heal?
Sure.
Well, yeah, Torgan is at 3 here. Let's see here.
I roll at a +5. The only person it doesn't work on is Glane.
For no good
some
reason. Yeah, we never really know why. Yes, as an herbalist, you get a +2 on your rolls. And also, healing is a wits roll, which means a total of +5. Let's see, is there anything else at play here? There is not.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong, indeed? All right, Serene's rolling with a +5 here. 10s could go wrong. All right, a weak hit, though. -1 supply or -1 momentum. Let's see here.
I can pay the momentum, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I could too if.
Your care is helpful. Give up to 2 health, and you must suffer 1 momentum.
Thank you.
All right. So Serene knows a thing or two about spider bites. She's well versed in the various types of poisons, and she assures you nothing like that to worry about in this case. More the actual puncture is kind of what you're dealing with here. And perhaps any mental trauma from having something the size and weight of a cat that is in fact a spider landing on you and then trying to eat you.
Is there any chance it was radioactive and now I'm Spider-Man?
Ooh. Let me check the oracle. No.
Lol, no.
No. All right. We have one leg of the journey well, maybe two. One or two.
He said leg, because spiders.
I see. The oracle did not say yes to that. Strange. All right, shall we? Is it going to be Serene leading the way?
Probably.
All right. Oh. Uh-oh.
You know,
Unlucky
807.
I mean, you got 8. This is the absolute best time to use an 8.
Yeah, because that's a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an 8. You know, it's not a 6, it's an 8.
Of course it was.
I could lean on the next one. I mean, I got the momentum to burn, so...
Yeah. Alright, so... So now it's a strong hit, and you make good use of your resources.
And it's a pleasant surprise.
I don't know if I feel good about using the match after momentum. It feels like no, we don't want this. It feels like it should nullify, not invert.
No.
I don't know. Let me see if the oracle gives me something that I just can't resist here. I'm searching to see if there's anything we can do with that works. Nah, not so much. I got Impress Quest. If you want to come up with anything with that. I was thinking something along the lines of you guys are nearing the castle itself. You're almost there. And as part of that, you are kind of getting to the point where you're seeing perhaps the end of this leg of the journey. Like, this has been a trip across desert sands, through unyielding environments. There were wolf people at one point. It's been a whole mess. And you're kind of feeling the weight of, we've almost made it.
Well, you know, maybe, like, our good luck just happens to be that there's nobody at the guard tower on the parapets at the castle that day.
I mean, we haven't even made it.
What do they have to look for? Honest.
Oh, exactly.
Why would they have a guard?
Yeah. Surely.
Bob's taking a nap.
Yeah. Good old Bob.
At his post.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and roll for Reach Your Destination, we can do that.
Are you enjoying being muted?
I think you muted yourself, sir.
I didn't. Hello? Hello?
We can't hear you.
Oh, yeah,
Why not?
He's muted.
Why? Why am I muted?
Oh no.
It's
no!
OBS says I'm not
Top
muted.
special.
OBS says I'm not muted. Hey, chat, can you hear me? People that aren't Turtle Day or GQ, can you hear me?
Can the people in
Someone say in
chat
chat.
on Twitch hear him? Or is it just us in Discord?
Maybe he's trolling us.
OBS said, like, I
He's
can
doing
see the
this on
meter
purpose.
going. I can see the little
No,
meter
no,
jumping. Okay. Ha, aha, aha, aha.
Oh no, I turned the noise on. It's working on Twitch. It's just us.
Yeah,
in
it's
Discord.
just you guys in Discord. All
So
right.
they can hear him. but they can hear him, but we can't.
Let's
Oh,
see
they can
here.
hear us too.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, let me
How
try
does that work?
toggling my
I don't
mute
know.
status.
Dobbs, hop out and hop back in.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Hop back into the call, and then we'll see if that does anything.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Woo!
That was a moment.
That was a long 15 minutes.
At least I have
so-
the validation that, like, no, I did not mute myself. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what happened?
I was saying, we can't just declare that there's nobody at the guard tower. 'Cause we haven't reached our destination just yet, unless we have. If you want to take that chance.
Well, maybe they don't see us from here.
I mean, it's
I mean,
9
that's
out of
fair
10.
enough.
I mean, the chances are really good.
Are they though? Because you have to roll below a 9 on the challenge dice, 8 or below. So you've got an 80% chance of success per die.
Which is not great because looking at the last 4 rolls, I can see that there's been
So,
a 9, a 9, a 10.
That's a 64% chance of a strong hit. 2 out of 3.
Well, I guess we have to make one more journey move.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna do it. Who's gonna lead this last leg?
I'm gonna lead this last one. I've got the best momentum at this moment.
There you go. All right, Torgan is going to make the last leg of our journey, hopefully. Lol, no.
Can't fix it.
You can't fix it. It's a straight up miss. Well, it's a
What?
good thing you didn't try to reach your destination. Because that wouldn't have been good.
Oh,
That would have been really bad. Okay, well, now we have an issue. You are waylaid by a perilous event and need to pay the price. Okay, where is the old pay the price card here? Let's just give it a nice random roll here. Something harmful occurs. Ooh,
I just got healed.
I know, right? Let's see here. Roll. What is happening here? Is this all right? Is this something? The terrain has already proven to be an issue, and we at least mentioned that it shouldn't be an issue with any venom. Let's let the dice decide here. Let's just do some yes or no oracle questions. Let's see here. Is this harm coming from a creature of some kind? It seems unlikely, so let's say 76 or above. No, it's not from a creature.
Yay.
Is this environmental in nature? That seems more likely. We'll give it 51 or above. No. All right, not a creature and not environmental. Let's see here. What else could we have here?
Boom.
I mean, yeah, this could be not a not a creature per se, but more of a person.
Maybe this is another one of those internal,
Oh.
Glenn goes crazy situations.
No, I think we just did a
Why are you
bad
inviting
job.
that?
Bad job. Dealing with Glenn going crazy there. No, this I think is I think this could be someone from Cinder or someone from Flame Reach.
Like they noticed us coming up the mountain and they're like, Well, what is that?
And I think
You're not
it
allowed
could
up here.
be
Or
either
or
way.
worse. Or worse.
Worse.
It could be that fella that didn't care for Serene.
All the way back. He's been following you guys for days.
Didn't we have a jerk in the caravan that didn't even like us? What happened to that guy?
That's true. He didn't come with you. You guys
Yeah.
left quietly from Ember, so you guys gave him the shake.
Yeah, I was always wondering if maybe he was one of those plants
Yeah.
that the shadow people put to tail us.
Let's say 51 or above, Cinder. 50 or below, it's from Flame Reach. It is from Flame Reach. Okay, so you guys have been seen, apparently.
It could just be a scout or somebody out for a stroll.
Or it could be Caillou who doesn't want us to disturb the balance.
Well, no, he's down in Cinder. It's coming from above, not from below.
Oh.
I think this is Pay the Price says it's something harmful. I think this is a warning shot, but without the intentional miss part of a warning shot. I think someone is like shooting at you with an arrow, and whether it hits you or not, that's your warning shot. It's like, I only killed one of you. Please leave. So we're gonna call that face danger. I'm gonna say wits. Now, who is it though? Is the question. I'm gonna say on a. We're gonna do our usual. 1 is Serene, 2 is Glane, 3 is Torgan, and I'm gonna throw in 4 is one of the NPCs. Oops, not that. Roll in this box. It is Torgan. An arrow comes flying down from a previously unnoticed lookout tower above. You need to face danger with your wits. Luckily, you've got your wits about you, but is it enough?
It's fair enough considering
nope.
it was me that was leading.
It's not. It's not enough.
Morgan's dead.
Lol, no.
I'll burn the momentum.
You'll burn the momentum to turn it to a weak hit?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I think that's going to change it to just 1 harm. And so you're at 4 health, and then endure harm. You get to roll a 4. Strong hit. You can actually. All right. Here's what you can do. You can spend a momentum to get that health back, or you can just get a momentum.
Just take the momentum, because...
Fair enough. Big.
Yeah.
Embrace the pain. All right. So you guys are basically just like, all right, we're almost there. We can do this. And then, Torgan, your leg is just grazed, an inch closer, and you would have had a very painful arrow to deal with. Blood is drawn, yeah, and you reach down and immediately point out where that came from. And someone shouts down to you, no one is welcome here. Be gone with you.
What the heck,
definitely-
man?
It's definitely one of the 5 voices.
At least it's not faux British.
Serene, return an arrow.
Hold on.
Serene, hit it with an arrow attack.
I am not a Pokemon.
I think you mean Serene, Serene.
Yes. I choose you.
So Serene is going to try to be diplomatic for a second.
Okay.
We're
Got
gonna give it
shot
a-
with
we're
an
gonna give
arrow.
We're gonna give it a shot.
I'm gonna use my arrow named Diplomacy.
Oh,
Exactly.
This is a slap in the face.
Hold on. It's like, we'll stab them later. Just give it a minute.
Oh,
We're
you
gonna
better believe it.
try. She's going to call back. I seek parley with your leader.
Ooh, all right. Going for a convincing roll here. That's a heart. Do you get any bonuses?
I don't think I do. Oh,
Well,
unless we want to bend one of my story weavers.
If you want to share a poem with him first.
I'm gonna kill him.
I don't think that one really works right now.
No.
Unfortunately. So yeah, this is just going to be a straight up compel roll with heart. Luckily, you do have 2 heart now.
Yeah, I used the fancy word. I said parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point out.
You can't just
I just
say
wanna-
parlay and get parlay.
I want to point out that there have been times in these 2 seasons that a person will just walk up to us and Serene's like, slit their throat. You know? Just like we were delving and somebody walks around the corner and I say no, let's hide, and they're like, let's just jump on him and stab him through the face.
Let's just
But
snap
in
his neck.
this case,
I shot them with a sleeping dart.
but
Okay.
in this case, I have been injured, and you're just gonna be like, hey, don't do that.
Like
That's bad.
they've got the
Stop
high
it.
ground.
Listen
We're
up.
gonna ask nicely, just so that we can say we did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really expect it to go well, but if we can avoid a fight, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
They've already started a fight. I am insulted.
We'll get to that part.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
Serene,
Okay, well, I'm gonna stab him, just so you know.
Okay.
you need a
can do the
really
stabbing.
long sword. All right, Serene is going to attempt to compel here. All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect that to go well.
They refuse or make a demand which costs you greatly.
Shoot them in the face.
Demand that costs you greatly. Surrender your weapons, and you can have your audience.
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so. Well, this is going to be a tricky bit of combat. He's got a huge high ground advantage right now,
And home turf.
and home turf.
Which is why I wanted to try to be nice.
Running is an
Okay,
option.
Okay, well we got a bow and arrow, and we got a spear, and we got a crossbow.
I don't think you're going to be able to get your spear up there.
I think you underestimate my different silhouette.
Let's try. Let's I'm gonna try something.
Okay, what are you going to try? Light
I'm
up.
gonna repeat my statement, but in this time I'm gonna say it in Elven.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
You know what? So normally in Ironsworn, you are straight up not allowed to make the same roll if your roll fails. The exception is if something drastically is different about the conditions. That's pretty good right there, honestly. Okay. All right. You shout up the same request, this time in Elven. All right, let's see what happens. So you're just asking to speak to the manager.
Yeah, it still doesn't go well.
But he all right, so he's not like, okay, sure, you guys can come on up. He just straight up leaves.
I missed my chance to shoot him.
Like, you can't tell where he's going because, you know, he had a serious high ground advantage on some kind of structure up there, kind of built into the side of the mountain. He hears what you say, and then he's just like, you don't even hear what goes on. He just disappears from sight.
Okay, so he moved. I'm like, okay, now is when we run and hide. Now we run. He moved. We're not being shot at. Let's move.
Let's go.
Can we tell if he moved quickly, like he was afraid, or did he just like, oh, okay, and just walked off? Do we have any way to tell that?
There was a sense of urgency, but you got very little information. You guys have a terrible vantage point of being able to see what's going on up there. Like, if he stands up straight, you can't see him anymore. The sort of outcropping he's on top of is, like, directly above you.
Yeah, which is why we are no longer going to be here. We are going to be elsewhere.
All right. Do you want to try to reach your destination or undertake journey?
I feel like we need to make a hard left off the established path and take cover. I don't know what we would call that. It's like at this point we are transitioning from normal approach to like infiltration mode.
Yeah.
Should we break into like, break off into 5 and make like a long line so that we're not all partied up? Not like separate completely, but like not this cluster.
Well, we are in an ideal position to get ambushed, which is why I want cover.
Well, there's always the chance that he's alone. I mean, maybe this is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He probably went to go get his boss.
Well, no, this could be a Raiders of the Lost Ark situation. There's just one person there. Who's been there for decades guarding the place.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, it was centuries.
Well, it could have been. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Long enough that I'm no longer horse.
But for now, it sounds like you guys do want to like press on and not try to do a reach your destination roll.
I think we have to.
What? After we got all the bad ones out of the way?
All right. Serene leading on?
I think we need every advantage that we can get, so yeah, that's going to be a 3.
All right. Do you want to try to secure an advantage?
I'm at a loss for how we would.
You did mention, like, you want to kind of change up your formation, stick to kind of the shadows a little bit more, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we're
Could
gonna
try a stealth.
Yeah, I can use my like, the things that I would do in the Brotherhood to like kind of point us in directions quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you go there, and I just start going in my direction.
Yeah, although
I think Glane is making this roll.
Yeah, although Glane does not have his shadow walking ability, he does still know quite a bit about how to get around without being seen. So I think he can aid you with an aid another secure an advantage with shadow. And we'll see if that can help.
Alright. No, not really.
No, it can't. No, as a matter of fact, no. No, and let's see here.
And nice.
Nice. It is stressful. So a little bit of stress damage from kind of any time you're kind of brought back to your Brotherhood days, you kind of get these flashbacks, and you just see in the forefront of your mind Gary. And now you feel this is Mr. Torgan. If I take one more step, this will be the farthest from Gary I've ever been. So there is a feeling of stress that kind of weighs on you. So you need to roll to endure stress with a 2, and you press on. Remember the old stories, Mr. Torkin? All right, so no advantage.
Did you know there are people who are adults that?
Don't.
I had this realization the other day when I was asked by a group of people to run a training campaign, and I tried to make a Lord of the Rings reference, and nobody knew who Aragorn or Legolas was. I was very sad.
Frodo barely knows who Legolas is. They, didn't talk to each other the whole way. All right. Now we can undertake a journey. No bonuses. It's just a 3 for Serene, for wits. And it's a strong hit. Okay. There we go. There we go. So with that, we get to reach your destination. And we're going to do a progress roll. Strong hit. Match on a progress move. Interesting. We'll have to figure out what exactly that implies here. The important thing is that it's not only a weak hit, it's a strong hit, which means you have a favorable situation at your destination. You can either make your next roll at a +1, or one of you can take a +1 momentum.
I would really like a momentum. I'm at 2.
Okay, you can have the momentum. It has been selected. Okay, you guys arrive at Castle Flamereach, the old ruins of a keep from long ago, in disarray. But before you stands a path leading straight towards the mountain. You guys have finished your snaking path around the mountain that finally leads you to a sort of large tower, stairs spiraling around it, and as you get to the top, a kind of a bridge leads across towards the mountain itself, where it looks like this once was a great facade of a massive complex. You can see what maybe at one point were old towers, sort of affixed, built into the side of the mountain. Now most of them completely dilapidated or gone entirely. But the bridge, the old bridge, still stands leading towards the mouth of the castle, built into the mountain.
We did get a match. Do I recognize this place?
That's something you've seen somehow before?
Was in a book? Was in a history book?
Book, maybe? Let's see here. Let's give that a 50-50. Why not? 51 yes, 40 no. No, but let's see.
Maybe
here.
I can recognize some characteristics and kind of place it in time or something.
Something about the construction, the architecture in general, it does just it has a very old elven feel to it. The integration into the natural landscape, the exquisite craftsmanship, even after all these years, is still something your eyes can detect.
So this was an elven keep at one point in time.
It seems so.
Okay.
It seems so, and very well defensible position here. You do notice that, like, even if this was surrounded with thick woodlands in the past, it would be near impossible to approach this keep.
So it's Helm's Deep, but elves.
Yeah. And instead of being kind of, deep, it's high. Yeah. But that is where we are going to end this adventure. I think this might be where we pull out the old delve rules.
Seems appropriate.
Some sort of reach. Delve. Who wants to see the the charts for tonight.
I did notice that our names were by the rolls now.
They always are.
Oh, I didn't. Maybe I
It's usually there's a little bit less opacity on the dice as they kind of roll off screen, so the names kind of blend in pretty easily.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see the charts. All right, here we go. Let's hope this doesn't error out immediately. Oh, all right. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. All right. Can we make that? Kind of.
There's so much information at me being thrown here. I can't.
I know. All right, hang on. I'm gonna save this as an image here, so we can really pick it apart. All right, and let's plop this into the layout here, so we can really enjoy it. Browse to desktop. All right, there we go. Let's bring that. All right.
If you plug these tracks and colors into Guitar Hero, it plays the DobbsQuest theme song.
Incredible. All right, so here's what this is. This is all the rolls for tonight. The left is the oldest, right is the newest. The black line that you see going across the bottom there is the timeline. So, like, you can sometimes see kind of more compressed areas where there were more rolls in a shorter period of time. There weren't actually any major breaks without a roll, it looks like. Colors. Green bars are rolls where Serene rolled. Red is Torgan, blue is Glaine. Just like in the intro video. That's how you remember that.
Oh my god.
Going up, you'll see a dark shaded region, which is your roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a light shaded region, which is your bonus, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, there should be a ridiculous +5 heal roll somewhere in here.
Yep, I see it.
Oh, nice. Oh, green. There it is. I see it. Yeah. The pink shaded bars overlapping each is the challenge dice, which isn't super useful. The final piece of information, which I think is particularly useful, is the boxes down at the bottom, which from left to right is Torgan, Glaine, Serene. You can see the breakdown of strong hit, weak hit, misses with that little green, yellow, red bar. Yeah, I like the bar chart there along the bottom of each of those boxes. Kind of really breaks down, like, how bad is it? It's bad. There's a lot of misses. Also, average roll. Wait a second. Your average roll was a 3.5. That's the expected value of a D6. You had a perfectly average dice rolling experience. Your challenge dice were just higher.
I'm the one in the dumps. At a 2.5.
Yeah, you had some bad rolls, but you were 50-50 on hit versus miss.
Dobbs, if you ever use your powers for evil instead of good, a team of Avengers would have to stop you.
I would never use my powers for evil. Never.
Send me back my award, damn it.
I can't. It's nailed into the wall back there.
Does that count as going in the swear jar, or is that tame enough where we can say that?
Oh, sorry. I'm just so blown away at this point. Like, real time, you got this information all real time, it's disgusting. Like,
Well, I've already
I would
been
expect it to
storing
take
the
a week to
information.
put together.
I've already been storing the information with every run because that's how I draw the dice. Is like it has to know, like, all right, who rolled this set of dice? Well, it was Serene. Okay, what was the D6 roll? Well, it was a 3. What was the bonus? It was a 5. What were the 2 challenge? It was a 1 and a 9.
In school, Dobbs would write the book report as he's reading the book in real time alongside.
Well, yeah, because I just hated homework. If I failed to finish my homework at school, I felt that was a failing.
This is unbelievable.
I really hoped the timeline was going to look a little bit more useful. Like we'd see like a really compressed batch and be like, that's the fight with the spider.
No, we were
But
rolling.
no,
I mean,
it was
consistently.
fairly consistent.
I mean, I can see like the bunched up where like, hey, now you've got to endure harm. Hey, you've failed.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
Like I can see that kind of bunching.
Oh yeah, with the red. There's a lot of red right here.
And they're close together on the timeline.
Mm-hmm. So that would have been the spider. Yeah, that's Serene exploring the ruins,
This is like
facing
this is
danger.
like the guy. This is like the guy in the Matrix that can stare at all the changing numbers and can see stuff. Like this is like
Yeah,
watching a
I
story.
just see face danger, enter the fray, strike.
It's a sailboat.
Oh, and
Why did you draw this picture of my parents fighting?
and if it wasn't clear, gray is progress rolls, where it's no particular person.
Oh my goodness!
So that
It's
was
like a
our
Rorschach
in the
test.
fight with the spider right there. So yeah, that's the spider is like, gosh, that whole chunk is the spider, from like the 3 greens all the way to the gray.
Yeah, because the real good green
And
is
11.
like, I took it like for one good hit, and then after that,
Mhm.
everything just went downhill.
Yeah. You can really see that's a huge chunk there in the middle. That's all just that spider fight. It's just the nature of role-playing games that combat is just going to be a lot of rolls because it's interesting. It's like, why not let that be cool and fun?
And relatively, this isn't that many rolls. I mean, for 2
No.
hours, 30 rolls is not.
Yeah, and a third of it was just the spider.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the timeline, that means the pacing was good. We were moving consistently through the story.
I like this ridiculous one. This tiny. You can't even see what I'm mousing over. Wait, can I change it so you can see what I'm mousing over? No. Like
Roll the die?
the
No.
super low Glane roll that was a strong hit on a 3. A 3 versus a 1 and a 2. Oh yeah,
We take those.
it counts. It counts. Oh yeah,
My reflex save was high.
that's
that last
right.
green one before the spider.
That was your best roll of the night. Actually, yeah, you can see the best rolls of the night pretty well. Glane with 2 good ones early in the night. With 2, he got strong hit, miss, strong hit. It doesn't show where you use momentum. I don't have that in the bot.
Ooh.
All right, well, there's some
Yeah,
data.
The bot just did not like me. It's like my rolls were average, but
Yeah.
it's just like the challenge dice was just like, nah, don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a lot of information in one.
It's really
one-
packed in there.
It really is. You've used so well the small amount of space in this cityscape that you've created
Oh yeah.
to tell such a story
Welcome to
He's
He's going to be able to
Mistville.
make a bot.
with the
like,
sewage
predicts
lines
the
underneath.
future rolls. He'll just tell us how it ends.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this into a screensaver. The mist that got turned into a strong hit, a green one.
Yeah, you need to save this and like overlap them next time, and we'll see how weighted the bot is.
4th green from the right. Oh yeah, where it was against a double 7. and you used an 8 on it. That was a good call. There you go. Yeah, I think one thing I should add to this somewhere, squeeze it in, is average challenge roll per person. So we can see just how much the bot hates you individually. Because on average, challenge dice should be hovering at 5.5. Doesn't really feel like that was the case for poor Serene.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, there's another option. There's another option here.
Okay.
And that would be that this was predetermined and that Dobbs knew exactly.
Yeah,
what the roles
I
were
spent the
gonna
last
be.
week drawing this in MS Paint.
He knew what the roles were going to be, and this is what he made.
I spent 3 hours rigging the bot in preparation of tonight to make it match my chart. That was fun. This was a good
What
episode.
did you use to gen the chart? Is this R or Python or?
It's JavaScript. I'm just drawing onto a canvas. I told it, draw a rectangle from...
Uh-oh, can y'all hear him?
Oh, good.
I can.
Oh. Hello, Day.
Is Discord being weird again?
Yes.
I don't know. I can hear him. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Turtle.
I can hear all of you.
All right, I can hear GQ. All right, tell Day... Wait, Day, can you hear... Well, she can't hear me. Someone asked Day if she... If...
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
He can't hear you.
Day, can you hear me?
Day, do
No.
you hear Turtle?
Day, do you hear GQ? Wait, why am I asking?
Day, can you...
Someone... GQ, ask Day if she
I
can
don't
hear
think
you.
he can hear any of us.
I
Day.
can see him making very excited motions.
It's
but I have
you.
no idea what
It's
he's saying.
just you.
Day is not responding to any of us.
She... Oh, my.
We're all talking about not being able to hear something, so it seems like we're talking to each other, but we're not.
Okay, I got it. I got sound back. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone
is
can
the
hear
wrong
each other
night.
except you. You
This
were
is
the
the
only...
worst
I don't
thing with
know what
telephone
happened.
ever.
I don't
Anyway.
know.
What was I even about to say?
I asked you about the programming.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's just JavaScript. I'm just drawing on a canvas. I'm telling it draw a green rectangle at 120, 39, and make it 5 pixels wide and 20 pixels tall. And I'm doing that 100 times. I'm just
Okay.
giving it the raw coordinates.
Because I've made really pretty charts like this using R.
Yeah, I've never used R.
Are you
20
familiar with
pixels
Jupyter
tall, but is he
Notebook?
in bed or is he
No.
getting up?
It's a really great tool. Lets you generate data visuals on the fly in Python, R, and a couple other languages.
Nice, nice.
It's a cool tool. You might check it out sometime. Most of my programmer friends think it's cool.
Think about ranch dressing. Should we go over to Tank?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're doing their multi-world practice.
All right. Let's see. I guess before we call it a night, anything to any upcoming events? What do we
I have all
got?
these packs of Pokemon cards that I didn't open tonight.
Man,
Well, that just
you
means you
know,
need to stream.
you know,
Do that.
I have a pack of Pokemon cards from McDonald's that
Oh no!
that one Mr. Turtle sent me months ago.
Oh no! He's gonna crack a pack.
Shall I crack a pack?
Oh yes.
All right. The lighting in here is terrible. Let me just kind of back up a bit and remember which way is left and which way is right. All right. We're gonna crack a pack. I've been saving these on my desk for months. Oh, buddy. Here we go. The pack.
Look at that.
The pack. I gotta tilt things down so they don't reflect as much light. I should get my gloves out, right?
Make sure you have sleeves ready.
Put on the Luigi hat.
Oh,
Really?
no, yeah.
Put on a Luigi hat for this. Now I can't hear anyone. Why am I wearing a Luigi hat?
Wait, you
This is
need
not
the mustache,
thematically-
though. Where's the mustache? No, he's got the mustache.
Of course he does. He does.
Individually wrapped mustache.
Sanitary mustache.
See, it's got adhesive, but I don't want to like take it. I don't know, I'm just gonna wait a second. No, that is how it's supposed to go. All right.
Presses on his nose and makes him sound even more like Louis. It's perfect.
All right, I'm gonna remove the adhesive and I'm just gonna put it back later. Just half the adhesive. Oh, that feels very uncomfortable. All right, here we go.
Dear God, somebody clip this.
Hello, welcome to my my Pokemon card unboxing video. I decided I wanted to get into the trading cards. All right, here we go. Wahoo! It's some kind of it's some kind of owl thing, some kind of circle bird. That one is a mascot. Pooplio. Those guys at Pokemon just making things up. Oh, I've seen this one before.
I don't want to ruin the clip.
Ruin away.
Circle bird.
He's a holographic circle bird. There he is. You'll see here it says he can tickle and leafage. Oh, that's fancy.
It's a tickling circle bird.
French.
He must be a French bird.
French tickler.
I got French birds out the wazoo.
That was hilarious.
Why?
Wait, I need to check something. Yes! You see, the joke is, Luigi will give you some humor information. The joke is that that wazoo is the French word for bird. Luigi can be pretty clever every now and again.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. Thank you all for joining me.
There are only 3 cards in there?
4. 2 of them were circle
Yeah.
birds.
2 circle
two
birds.
circle birds.
We
I
circled
was
back around to it.
Double circle bird.
Oh god. What have we become?
Next week, possible season finale.
Actually, yeah, I guess so.
Oh god. Thanks for watching whatever this was and the thing that preceded it.
What happened?
Yes, thank you everybody for joining me. Day, GQ, Turtle. It's been a blast.
Thank God the viewership went up by 5 as soon as you put on that hat.
Wednesday, Mario Maker. Friday and Sunday, other things. Monday next week, maybe the season finale. We'll see. Thank you, GQ, for the raid. Anyone that's here from GQ's raid for some reason still, I hope you enjoyed.
You're always this silly.
Always. This is par for the course. All right, I'll see you all over on Tank's channel. He's playing Link to the Past Randomizer. Wait, he's done. Well, let's go over anyway. Bye.
Bye.